Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Today's Torah portion is called Shlach. Shlach means send. And God told Moses to send out one man from each tribe to spy out the promised land, the land of Canaan, the land he was going to bless them with. And so they did. So they set out and they spied out the promised land. And what they found was great. What a blessing the land would be. It was the time of the grape harvest, and the grapes were so huge, they had to use a pole to carry just one giant bunch. However, it was also a scary land because the grapes weren't the only things that were huge. The people living there were huge too. They were giants. Most of the Israelite spies were scared. They said, "Oh no, the giants are so big, we look like grasshoppers in their sight. And we know they think so too." They were so scared that they came back and got all the other Israelites scared too. And only Joshua and Caleb said, "We can take this land. God said he would give it to us. It's full of blessings, and that's what we need to do is obey him." But the rest of them said, "Oh, no, we're too scared." Well, guess what? The people listened to the 10 spies who were scared, and they got scared too and rebelled against the Lord. That super wonderful land he wanted to give them, they weren't going to get it. They lost the blessing. Now let's think about that for a minute. Did God stop loving them? No. Did they stop being God's people? No, of course not. But did they lose the blessing? Yes, they did. They lost the blessing. For the next 40 years, 1 year for every day that they explored the land, 1 year they would have to wander in the wilderness. And that entire generation that was too scared to obey God, they lost the blessings. Their children, and Joshua and Caleb, finally got to go into the land later. So remember, when the giants in your life seem too big and too scary, remember none of them are too big for God. In fact, Isaiah chapter 40 has something to say about that. So Isaiah chapter 40, verses 21 and 22 says, "Do you not know? Have you not heard? Has it not been told to you from the beginning? He, God, sits enthroned above the circle of the earth, and its people are like grasshoppers." Isn't that awesome? So the Israelites thought that they were like grasshoppers in the eyes of the giants. But really, the giants are grasshoppers in the eyes of God. Think about that. Next time you have a problem so big, you don't think you can manage it. Maybe you can't, but God can. And if he told you, "This is the way I want you to walk," he will empower you to do what you need to do. Through his Ruach, through the power of Yeshua, he will open those doors. Go conquer those giants and take the land just like he promised. Be in obedience. Shabbat Shalom.